Hey moms and dads, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Liz and this is Simply Homeschool. Thank you guys for clicking on this thumbnail and coming to hang out with me today. Today I thought I could bring you along with me for a plan, prep, and create kind of day. I have been accumulating so many things. I've been working through so many things and I thought it'd be fun to have you guys hang out with me today. Alright you guys, so I have so much to do on my list today. I have to laminate and bind some books. I have to put all of the pre-K things that I have printed out and cut out into envelopes and then put those in their corresponding folders. I'm hoping they fit. If they don't, I'm gonna have to figure out another way to organize them. I have to actually go online and find more unit study things to print out for my pre-K-er because we are using specific things for each letter. And then I am going to be working on our Ellis Island unit study. That I will be putting on my website just in case any of you guys are interested in adding that to your history unit studies. So I'm gonna be working on that. I've already started it, but I'm gonna continue working on that today. And I think that's it really for today, unless I find something else that I wanna add to it. I literally have so much going on today, you guys. Like my schoolroom is in complete chaos, like looking around the schoolroom. Good thing you can't see the whole thing. I may kind of take you guys around just to show you the piles I have to work on today. But right now what I did is I just kind of organized on, well, I don't know about organizing, but I have everything here on the table that I'm going to start with. I have all of these Bible little like workbooks that we're going to be working on through the summer here. These are my sisters and my nieces, and then I have my daughters and my pile over there. So I have to hole punch them with my Pro Click and bind them together so that we can use those. And with these, I was thinking that they're so little, but I'm still going to turn them into books. But I was thinking instead of binding it down this side, I think I'm going to use these little ones and bind them across the top so that when they're coloring, they're, you know, this isn't in the way of them coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with doing this. Sometimes it's like stuck in there. So will you guys be working on anything during the summer? Like this is gonna be our summer Bible, I guess, because I don't want to stop doing Bible altogether because Bible is like life. It's not really a lesson or a class. So I'm gonna be, seriously? So I'm gonna be working on these with the kids and my sister. So I don't even think I kept them in order, you guys. I have to double check. But I messed this one up. I didn't push it in all the way, so now I have to do a new binding or a back cover for that one. So let me just gonna pile these ones up and then add these to it. So again, what are you guys gonna be working on for the summertime? Are you guys doing like math and stuff like that? Or are you guys just gonna keep it super limited? I know some of you mamas are already going back to school. I think I'm doing too much in my piles, so I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller. I find that I'm trying to rush to get it done, but then when you put more, it actually makes it harder to use the Pro Click. So sometimes it's easier to have less papers. There we go. Okay, is this the teacher key? Yes. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna plug in my laminator because I'm going to have to laminate again that back cover for that, and I have my Alexander Bell unit study to do that I have to laminate as well. All right, so I'm just gonna plug this in because it takes a little while to warm up. That thing has lasted me literally, you guys, forever. I've had it since Tally was, I was starting to teach her pre-K because I did everything myself. So, and now she's going into 4th grade and I use it all the time, you guys, especially when she was in pre-K. Well, I guess even now, because I've been printing out and laminating so much for my son too. So I'm just opening up our new laminating pack because we went through the other ones with our Bible verses, the Bible verse cards. I'll just stick that there. I moved my little garbage bag so you guys didn't have to look at it, but I need it. Okay, so this is a different pack. I haven't gotten this kind unless they changed their packaging. This is a new one, I guess. So, I don't know. Let's see. So I might as well, I'm gonna get all the stuff I need laminated ready just so that I don't have to keep pulling things out and putting it away. So once this is done, I can put it away. Oh yeah, this feels different. It feels different than my last one for sure. Oh gosh, it's so slippery. Okay, so I had used gold. So I just have my card stocks here. I think these were purchased from Walmart and they're super cheap. But these are what I've been using. That's brown. That's not the right color, is it? No, I used gold. There's that. And then I have these Alexander Graham Bell teacher keys and student books for myself, and I'm standing up, my head's getting cut off. But I made those myself. They will be on my website, and I have 2 teacher keys and 2 student workbooks, you know, one for myself and my sister, and then the 2 for the girls. So I'm going to laminate the front and the back cover to these and then bind them together. So what I decided to do with the teacher keys is I'm going to stick them all in a book, and then I am going to put tabs on them so we don't have 4 different books for each of us. So I think we're gonna do Mary Slessor first. Oh wait, maybe we'll do George. And then so this here is my 110 page spine. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one instead. It'll be super easier for me to get everything on here. So I'm just gonna start with the back and work my way forward to the front of the book. I'm just separating the backs from, you know, the regular paper and the fronts, just because the hole punches tend to be a little bit different, just because they're bigger papers with the plastic on it. So I probably didn't need to do the plastic for front and back because I'm doing a book of all of it. But I kind of decided on that after I had already did the laminating. So I'm just putting it all in there so I don't feel like I'm wasting, you know, the laminating papers and the laminating papers and the ink and stuff that I used for it. So yeah, see, I definitely needed this bigger one. So these are the tags that I purchased for our planners. but I thought that they would work perfectly for this. So I'm just going to take a couple of the tabs, and where the new book starts, I'm just going to put a little tag there. So I'm just gonna put the tags on top of each other like that. Well, right below each other, not on top of each other. And then I'll do this purple one here. That is not right. That is not right. There, that's better. And then for the kids, I did them at the top, like I said. Except for the one that I forgot that I was doing at the top. I accidentally started doing them on the side. So one of each of the kids will be on the side, and then the rest I did along the top. So for this one, I'm going to use the 45 page holder, and I'm just gonna bind these. So I'm just gonna continue to bind all of them. So these are all done. All right, you guys, so I've moved you over to the desk. I'm sorry about the angle and the lighting. It's getting dark outside. I've had to take a million breaks. But right now I am getting ready to start putting all of these into individual envelopes. I purchased the envelopes from the Dollar Tree because it's $1 for 80. I don't know how cheap they are at Walmart or whatever, but I went ahead and got them from the Dollar Tree. What I have been doing is I have been separating out his units per letter. So this is all A, we have B for beach, C for cars. So once I get these little cutouts separated and organized, I'm gonna put them in their matching envelope or pouch. Now, if I can't fit them all, see, like A is pretty full. If I can't fit them all into A, I will use another one of these and have all of the little cutout envelopes in the pouch behind it. And I think I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 of these because I think I'm only up to like, I don't know. Oh, that's S, but these aren't in order yet because I don't have all of my printouts printed yet for each unit. So let's see here. So I'm just gonna write out, like for instance, these are all just sequencing for size. And then, I don't remember what some of these were for. Oh, those are shape matching. Okay, so this is for cars. And this is size sequencing. All right, you guys, so the desk is empty now. I printed out one of these for now because I haven't written in my new planner yet, but I have my list here and some random stuff back there. But my son's pre-K stuff I have organized, like I said, in this binder. I don't have all of the letters done yet. This is the stack of letters that I still need to do. O, T, K, G. I still have quite a bit, you guys, to do. So I have to search Pinterest for some more ideas, but these are the ones that I already have prepared, and everything was able to fit in these little envelopes and in these little pouches. Uh-oh, this one came undone. They are getting kind of full, but so I think that this is a really great idea. Hopefully it works out for us this year. How many of you guys are putting together your own pre-K kits, or how many of you guys bought curriculum? Because when I taught my daughter pre-K, I taught her with things like this, and we did a lot of like art and learning through art and stuff like that, and games and hands-on. So that's what I plan on doing for my son. But I wondered how many of you guys actually buy curriculum for pre-K students. But yeah, so leave me a comment down below. So on to the next thing now, guys. Okay, so I get to check something else off my list here. Do I have that in here? Yes. So we did the we did the pre-K items in the envelopes. I am not going to be printing anything out today just because it's already getting late. I'm kind of behind schedule, so that's fine. We'll do that. So this I'll just carry on to my next to-do list. And now I'm going to work a little bit on the Ellis Island unit study that we are going to be working on this year for history. I already started doing some things for the unit study that I'm preparing or creating. I am using this as the companion to kind of go with it. So we're going to read through this, and we are going to use my booklet to go along with it. So I'm just going to start off where I ended. I have to at least do a few pages in this book. There's like 60 pages and I'm only on 31. So yeah. You guys, let me know if there's any books that you guys are interested in using this year for unit studies, and if you'd be interested in, you know, purchasing unit studies for them. Because what I'm doing is I am using this book, Our Star Spangled Story, Part 2. We already went through Part 1. This is going to be this coming up school year, and I've picked out units to go along with this. So, for instance, I have everything here because I've been working on so many things. I have like piles of stuff. So this is another book that I'm going to have go with this, but we're not really going to have any worksheets to do. I may have them do some creative things with this book. We're going to be working through the Great Depression, so I'm using this book for one. I'm using Women in World War II for one. Let's Drive Henry Ford, Can You Fly High, Wright Brothers, World War I. I also have World War II. That isn't here with me. I think it's with my other stuff. I'm going to do some on Hidden Figures, and this is just some of them. I have George Washington Carver we're doing one on. I don't know, we're doing a whole bunch. I'm not even sure if we're going to get through them all this year, but I'm really trying to. So yeah, so that's what I'm working through right now. So I was just wondering if you guys would be interested in that. I had to pull my hair back, you guys. Like, my hair was driving me nuts. I hate wearing my hair down. Okay, so which has the Quota Act okay? What continent? Oh, that was my infuser. What continent of people were not allowed in the... Ellis Island. That's all I needed to do. I thought that I had more questions to ask for there. Now I'm going to do some fun pages or more interesting pages other than just answering questions. All right, you guys, so I think that that is it for today. I am going to wrap up this plan, prep, and create. I feel like I got a lot accomplished today. I do have a lot to add to my to-do list, and I wasn't able to do one of the things, but that's how it is. So I'm just gonna move that to my next to-do list and continue on, you guys. So I hope that you guys found this inspiring. I hope that it got you guys motivated so that you guys could get some of your guys' work done for the new school year or for your school year that you are currently in today. So thanks, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you to be a part of our homeschooling family here at Simply Homeschool. So with that being said, you guys, be safe, be blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,